Failure hurts. It shakes your self-worth. It makes you question everything you believed about yourself. And the worst part? It whispers lies into your ears. That maybe you are not meant for success. That maybe all this was a fantasy. If you have ever faced a big setback, a dream project failing, a business collapsing, a relationship ending, or even failing an exam or losing a job, then this video is not just content. It's a rescue line for your mindset. Because today, I will give you 4 powerful steps rooted in psychology, neuroscience, and real-world grit to bounce back from failure faster than ever, without losing your confidence or your fire. And if you are new here, my name is Dr. MD. I am a Guinness World Record holder in supermemory, a published author, and I hold a doctoral degree specializing in peak performance mindset and personal mastery. I work with individuals who feel stuck, scattered, or burned out, and also with top performers who want to amplify their impact, clarity, and results. What I do is simple. I help you break mental plateaus, eliminate internal blocks, and build the kind of focus and confidence that produces real-world wins in study, business, leadership, and life. Now, let's return to the video. Maybe you are sitting there right now with zero motivation or no clarity, or that sinking feeling that everything you have worked for just slipped through your fingers. I have seen that moment in students who failed exams, in entrepreneurs after a collapse, in professionals after being fired or betrayed. And I have lived it myself. This is what I know. The people who rise fastest after failure don't wait to feel better. They shift something deeper. They think differently. They act from a different place. And that's exactly what I am going to show you now. 4 steps that will help you reset your mindset, rebuild your confidence, and move forward without losing your fire. Step 1 of 4. Detach your identity from the event, from the failure. This is the first shift. You don't come back from failure. You rewire your identity through it. You don't need motivation to bounce back when you have built a new internal operating system. And that's where most people go wrong. They try to patch their confidence like a leaking tire. They watch motivational videos, repeat affirmations, maybe go silent for a while. But what they don't realize is, if you don't address the subconscious damage failure leaves behind, you will keep repeating the same cycle. High energy, failure, crash, retreat, restart. This is not resilience. This is emotional ping pong. So let's get this straight. Label the failure, own the loss, but never link it to your identity. Say this out loud. I failed, but I am not a failure. There's a powerful technique I teach my students called cognitive separation. It means separating the event from your self-image. You failed an exam? That doesn't make you dumb. Your startup tanked? That doesn't mean you are not capable. The moment you collapse your identity, okay, you have this identity with your performance, okay, your performance and identity, they collapse together. You know what's going to happen? Your confidence starts bleeding because your performance didn't work, right? You failed. So you bring your identity and collapse it together, your confidence just vanishes and it becomes very difficult for you to bounce back. So your first job is to perform psychological CPR. What does that mean? You see, you catch your inner dialogue and separate what happened from who I am. This is what happened, but that is not me. You detach yourself. That's cognitive separation. From what happened, from failure. You detach yourself and you say, this is who I am and that's my failure. I am not a failure. That is an event that's happened. That's your step 1. And step 2 of 4, conduct a failure debrief ritual. Now, once you have done that, it's time for the second step, one that most people avoid because it's uncomfortable. I call it failure autopsy. Not to punish yourself, but to reclaim control. Take a pen and paper and answer these 4 questions. What exactly went wrong? What was under my control? What was outside my control? What lesson do I never want to forget? Answer these questions. This takes you out of the emotional fog and into clarity. Neuroscience shows that when you analyze an event from a third-person perspective, your brain rewires the memory differently. It becomes less threatening. That's how elite performers turn pain into data, and data into strategy. Before we step into step 3, I wanted you to know that you can access my Hatch Method course that helps to turn negative emotions into power. It's free as of now. The link is in the description. Now let's return to the session. Step 3 of 4. Create momentum before motivation. You see, this is where most people collapse again. Even after analysis, they don't act. You answer those 4 questions. You separate yourself from failure. You say, that's not my identity. That's an event that's happened. You answer those questions, but then you don't act. People sit with guilt or they overthink the next step. So this is your third step. Momentum over motivation. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for clarity. You don't rebuild confidence in your head. You rebuild it by action. That's what I tell my clients. Confidence is a consequence, not a requirement. Do something. Anything. Apply again. Write again. Record again. Launch again. Even if it's a 1% step. Action creates evidence, and evidence creates belief. You are not trying to be positive. You are showing your brain that the game is still on. Step 4 of 4. Build your resilience record. This goes deeper. You see, there's a psychological trap I want you to avoid. I call it post-failure identity lock. After experiencing failure, you lock into a specific type of identity. This is when you subconsciously lower your standards because you are trying to protect yourself from more pain. You stop aiming big. Maybe you drop your prices. You charge less. You stop trusting yourself. You call it being realistic. No, it's a silent exit from your potential. Don't let one event edit the entire story. If needed, change your environment, change your peer group. Get around people who mirror your courage, not your fears. One of the fastest ways to bounce back is to upgrade your input. Because if you keep consuming doubt, you will keep projecting it. Now listen to this like your life depends on it. Because maybe it does. Listen carefully. Pain has memory, but so does power. And the biggest mistake people make after a failure is amnesia. They forget what they have already survived. They forget the hell they have already walked through. And this is what I want you to do now. Build your resilience record. Don't make it pretty. Don't filter it. Make it real. Write down 5 times life tried to bury you and you came back swinging. I'll go first, not to brag, but to tell you that if I could do it, so can you. I have battled and overcome addictions and still managed to write books that are changing lives. I have lived with depression and anxiety so thick it made breathing feel like drowning. Anxiety and depression don't loosen their grip because someone told you to look on the bright side. You don't outshine it, you outlast it, one bloody sunrise at a time. I didn't just survive it, I broke the Guinness World Record in supermemory while carrying that weight. I earned my doctoral degree when my own brain told me I wasn't good enough to even finish a day. And I kept going because stopping wasn't an option. I have been betrayed, not just cheated, but gutted. Betrayed by people I would have taken bullets for. And when that happens, it doesn't just break trust, it breaks something deeper. Your belief that the world is safe just vanishes. But I didn't shut down, I rebuilt, brick by bloody brick. I have been broke, not Instagram broke. I am talking real broke. No money to buy food, standing on the footpath selling pants pieces to survive. And from there, I became a millionaire. Not for the money, but for the dignity, for the proof that I could rise. So don't you dare tell me it's over for you. Don't you dare sit in silence thinking this is the end. Your brain needs those war stories. Your heart needs those receipts. You have made it through worse. You are not scattered. You are not shattered. Those experiences have built you to tame any storm. And every time you remember that, you pull your power back and the game changes. Because once you remember what you have already overcome, no failure today can bury you. That's what I call a resilience record. Not motivation, evidence. Evidence that your rock bottom isn't the end. It's the birthplace of a different version of you. And this is what I want you to do now. If this hit something inside you, if this wasn't just another video but a wake-up call, don't scroll past it. Don't numb this moment. Let it burn and then do something with it. Share this with one person who is standing at the edge. You know who I am talking about. The one who's pretending they are okay but quietly falling apart. Send it. You might just save a life today. And if you are done with surface level advice, if you are ready to rebuild from the inside, not with fake motivation, but with subconscious rewiring, identity upgrades and deep work, then come find me. I have built a system for you. It's called Foundation X. It's the exact framework I used when I had nothing, and now it's helping people transform their reality. The link is below. It's my home study program. Open it only if you are serious. But before you go, drop one line in the comments. Just one. Something you have survived. Something life threw at you and you made it through. That's your resilience record. Write it, seal it, own it. Because the world keeps telling you to forget your pain. I am here to tell you that pain is proof. And that proof is power. This is Dr. MD, and your comeback has already begun. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you soon. Take charge.